So guys, welcome back to another episode of my epic build series. Today we've got two things to quickly go over. Really just some improvements that I'm going to be able to do right here on the screen. The first big thing that I have to do is clear out almost all of these buildings. I am redoing this district. The only two buildings that are going to stay is this building and that barn right there. I will probably be getting rid of the barn later on. I just need to keep it because I really like the design and I want to make sure that I can copy it identically later on. The other big thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of all of this stone over here. One big demolition. It's going to be big. Sort of a little bit anxious, hoping that I don't lose too much of this structure or too much of this hillside. I'll probably inevitably get some damage, but that will be at the end of the episode. And for now, we're just going to burn these buildings down. Not the best viewing ever, but once I get that area clear over there, I'll have tons of free space to build, and I won't have to worry about not building up to my blasting surface or the outermost wall. One thing I am going to point out is that halfway through this, I decided that I was going to probably start turning my wall at about 45 degrees just after this point, somewhere in here. So this front wall right here, start turning somewhere around here, and let's see, where is 45? 45 is right about there. So it will terminate somewhere out here, and all of this space is unfortunately going to be a little bit of a loss. However, still going to blow it all up, just for the hell of it. Now let's get on over here and start burning stuff down. Now the reason I am leaving this one, I don't think it's buffered in yet. Come on. There we go. The one reason I am leaving this house right here is because I really like the design. It's big, it's open, and it's really what I want in this area. So let's get started. One thing I've always thought about with this world is what it would look like when it burns. And today we get to see a small piece of it engulfed in flames. Beautiful, right? I like it. But for now, we come to the featured portion of this video. Hopefully I won't screw up the recording like I have in the past, because this is absolutely huge, and I'll get no redos on this. Actually, let me push up my render distance just a little bit, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so render distance is a little bit bigger. I didn't want to make it too large because that might cause Minecraft to crash once this all gets started. Now this right here is the safety to my pressure plate down there, which is going to set everything off. Now I'll give you the specs one more time on how my TNT is laid out before I set it off. TNT are in rows of 4x4. So, not 4x4, 2 wide and 2 high, so 2x2, for a total of 4 blocks, running in 3 rows going this way, 1 over there, 1 right here, and 1 down there. Also, every 7 blocks, so we have 2 TNT, 7 stone, and then another column of TNT. So every 7 blocks there is stone, there's a column of TNT. I think that makes sense, and it is roughly, I don't know, 4 or 5 blocks of stone deep. So that is a general overview of the specs. This should clean it out very nicely, shouldn't have too much left over, and it should produce a relatively regular surface for me to work on. Now we'll go ahead and set it off. Climb up here, good vantage point. And Minecraft immediately starts slowing down. Not actually able to see the effects of the TNT on screen right now. Actually, I think there's a few places where the first blocks going off have rendered. Right in there. Nope. Nothing has rendered yet, because you can still see the snow on the ground. I may have to cut the video if this is all it is. They're not very good viewing at all. More of a waiting game right now, actually, to see what the outcome is. Alright guys, so we're back, and Minecraft is still just a-going. Still, none of these blocks have rendered. Now I gotta watch this very closely right here. Make sure that my apartment structure here doesn't get too damaged. It's going to take some hits right there. Okay, things are starting to render. That's not bad damage, so hopefully if it doesn't get any worse than this, we'll be okay. But we'll review all that shortly. Eesh. Things are definitely getting just a tiny bit slower. I'm going to take a little more damage down there, it looks like. Now that things are starting to render in, doesn't look like it's going to be as clean as I hoped it would have been. No damage there, looking good. This double wall has really done its job. Alright. Oh, that's cool. You can see the shafts I've dug. As the game deals with losing several 100,000 blocks in a short period of time, we're catching quite a bit of lag. It looks like the TNT is done now, and my pit is complete. This is actually pretty cool. All of these hanging blocks and this with a nice rough surface underneath it. Quite a number of hanging blocks here that will be a little bit of a pain to clear out later on. This area, very nice right here. This is really the ideal for what we're going for. I'm actually really proud of this. It came out nicely. Good for working now. From the ground there is, as you can see just from this random spot that I picked out, quite a degree of irregularity. That's one block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 4 blocks, 5 blocks. Actually, how would you count that? 5 or 6 blocks of variation right there. It shouldn't be much worse than that anywhere. Hopefully, well, not really likely, but looks like maybe even as many as 8 blocks variation, which is pretty bad actually. But getting rid of that many blocks with the amount of time I put into putting up all that TNT is not actually that bad. This area won't be so hard to clean out now as I approach it with my buildings. And one last check, now that everything is for sure buffered in, we can look at the side of this building. We have one hit right here that took out one column and a little bit of the facade. So not bad at all. I think that is it, actually. Luckily enough, my double wall here was just the right amount to protect it. Now, let's go look at this hillside right here, which probably caught it a good bit worse. I don't see any dirt on the ground, so no blocks that I wouldn't have remembered gotten taken out. I'll have to go look at a video because I don't remember exactly how this hillside went, but it looks like it took no damage at all. And that is a good thing. Haven't seen this thing from the other side yet. Cool, yeah. Anyways, I think that's it for this video, guys. Looks like everything came out the way I wanted it to. Really proud of that. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This whole area, actually, I really love the way that looks. The way the snow is on a different plane than the stuff behind it on the floating blocks. That's really cool. Really gives it a floating effect. Wow. It's gonna take a second to look at that. Anyways, that's nice to know. But guys, thanks for watching. We're gonna go over here and take a very quick look-see at these houses that I burnt out earlier. Really cleared out the snow, didn't they? Still have one fire going. Should be out momentarily. Very well controlled. Didn't burn down anything I didn't want them to. Pretty much worked out okay. Well, guys, I'll see you next time. Thank you to all my subscribers. Leave a like and a comment. You guys, I'm going to try to upload as regularly as possible. Now that I have that area cleared out, I'll definitely be doing some more building. And we'll start to finish the interiors of some of these buildings shortly. Finish up this district. Clean up some other stuff. Got a lot to do, but I really think this could make a great series now that it's starting to get just a little bit of momentum. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys next time.